You guys, Jer was in California for almost 2 weeks for work, so I took a little break, and then last weekend I had the chance to fly out and visit him, and I had the best time. I had never been to California before, so I was really excited. So this, my first video back, is going to be some highlights from my trip. It was only 2 days, but I still was able to do some fun things, and I took a little bit of vlog footage. And it is also going to be a haul because I did a little bit of beauty shopping right at the end, right before I needed to get back on a plane to come back home. But I did mention that this was my first time in California, and a couple things stood out to me. I would have thought that DC traffic had prepared me for all traffic anywhere in the world, but I have never experienced something like LA traffic before. I just couldn't believe it. And it was like, at one point I was like, I cannot be in this car any longer. So that was a lot, and I felt like we spent a lot of time in the car. But what was really cool is how diverse the terrain is in California. We started in the desert, and then in one afternoon of travel, I saw mountains and the ocean, which was really cool. Car travel that first day is because I was trying to make my way to Anaheim, and when we finally got there, we had been in the car for so long we were incredibly hungry. So we stopped at this place called the Anaheim Packing District, which is like the coolest version of a food court you can possibly imagine, and it had 20-some artisan eateries to choose from. We ended up having a really good slice of pizza and one of the best popsicles I've ever eaten. The reason for being in Anaheim, and my one non-negotiable for the trip, the one thing I knew I had to do, was visit my friend Diana. I've talked about her before. She is just a joy, just the kindest person, and she and I have been internet friends for years and years and years, but we've never met in person. So I said, I am in her city, we have to make this happen. We did have to change around our plans. I didn't even tell you guys this, but there was a huge heat wave last weekend, and I just was not expecting it. No humidity like there is here, but just this oppressive heat. So we decided to move things indoors so we could have a little bit of air conditioning. I was happy for the air conditioning. She's currently pregnant, so I thought it would be better for her. So we met up at a place, it was a mall called, I think, South Coast Plaza, a big, beautiful mall. We had both of our husbands with us, and we had dinner at a restaurant in Nordstrom, which was delicious. And then afterwards, we walked around the mall. There were 2 full-size Sephoras in the mall, like standalone, not even ones in JCPenney, which was unbelievable. And then the dress I was wearing that day was perfect. It was from Loft, and it was lightweight, and I thought it was perfect. But the dress that I brought for Sunday, it's a great dress, but it's black, and it just had a lot of fabric and pockets, and I thought to myself, I will die. I will die if I have to wear this dress in this heat tomorrow. So I was keeping my eye open for a dress that I could buy. And so we ended up in Anthropologie, and I bought the dress that I'm wearing now. I had seen this online and liked the color. It was Anthropologie Days, so the whole store was 15% off. So the guys were good sports and talked amongst themselves, so Diana and I tried on clothes. So I bought this, and it was so much better for walking around the next day. So that was great. And then, of course, Diana follows me on Snapchat, and she knows what a big part dessert is of Jer's life. He loves dessert. So she recommended a place called The Dirty Cookie, which was not too far of a drive, and they actually make shot glasses out of cookies, and then you get to choose whatever milk substitute, or cream you want inside. And I think Jer was in heaven, and it was like the highlight of his trip. So the highlights of my trip were definitely meeting Diana and her husband Scott. That was just so fun. And then Jer was actually born in LA and he lived in a suburb, and so we were able to drive by his childhood home and take a picture outside, so that was pretty cool. And then the morning, Sunday morning, I had gotten a better dress and I was feeling good. It was still really, really hot. And I had made a list of some things that I thought would be fun to do, so we decided just to start at the top and see what we had time for. The first thing on my list was a place called the Huntington, and I think the full name is longer because there is a library and an art collection, but I really wanted to go for the gardens, and I read about it online. It was like 120 acres, and it's all these little gardens inside of it. There was a Chinese and Japanese. My two favorites were the desert garden and the rose garden. It was absolutely beautiful. It was really hot that day, so as you watch this footage, just know that it's like 90 some degrees and I am melting. We spent a long time in the gardens, and while we were there, it was so beautiful. We decided to just really enjoy it and scratch some things off the list, and I'm hoping to go back and visit again in the future. It sounds like Jer will have to go back in the winter, and hopefully I'll be able to visit for more than just 2 days. I really wanted to go to Alfred's Tea Room because I see pictures of that on Instagram all the time and it looks adorable. And I also wanted to go see the Getty, but I didn't want to be rushed. I wanted to fully enjoy that. So after the gardens, we were incredibly hot. We found this little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. We had cold crab sandwiches, which were amazing. And then we went on the hunt for more popsicles. That was like the theme of the weekend. It was so hot outside and popsicles always sounded really amazing and refreshing. One of the things on my list, I like to shop online at a place called the Detox Market. They have this toothpaste that I'm obsessed with, and they have a brick and mortar store in LA on Beverly Boulevard, I think. So we went there and it's so cute, and they have some really cool brands. They have RMS, Suntegrity, Beaker water bottles, lots of different teas and nail polish brands. I wanted to look at the Suntegrity. They came out with these lip CPRs, Color, Protect, and Revive. So they are tinted lip balms. My friend Karen has one of these, and she let me try it on the last time we were together, and I was amazed at how much pigment there was. A lot more than what you would normally expect from a tinted lip balm. There were quite a few different shades. I swatched them all and I ended up buying Solar Rose, and this is what I have on right now, and it is a lot of color. I'll put a little bit more on. I think the color is beautiful and it's perfect for summer since it has that SPF 30 in it. This one has shimmer in it. I can't remember, but I don't think Karen's had shimmer, but there was quite a few different shades and they were all really pretty. So that's the first thing I bought. And then I had never seen a Lolo display in person. And I like their mascara. I have one of their eyeshadow palettes, but I never hear people talk about their blushes. And I thought the blushes were gorgeous. And I thought the packaging especially, just so cute and compact. I think this would be perfect for travel. And the color I bought is called Just Peachy, and this is my kind of blush. I love these warm shades. It's what I'm wearing today. I put it on for the first time and it is really pigmented, and it's so nice that it's in a pressed format. Just makes it really convenient to use. So I'm hoping that it lasts well, but I was really happy with this purchase. And they put them in this is little bag you get, which I thought was really cute. The last thing I bought, though, didn't fit in a bag because it is a book, and it is called The Essential Oils Everyday: Rituals and Remedies for Healing, Happiness, and Beauty. And I think the day before I was there, they had a book signing with the author, and I saw Josh Rosebrook talk about it, saying that the author, who is Hope Gillerman, was a friend of his and he was excited about this book. I have one book on essential oils, but it's this big textbook that's a little bit daunting. So I thought this one seemed a little bit more casual, very personable, just using essential oils every day. So I'm very excited to read it. When things started to wind down Sunday evening and I was trying to get myself mentally prepared for my red-eye flight, Diana recommended we check out the Grove for some people watching and to get something to eat. And as Jer and I are coming down the escalator, I couldn't believe it, but they had a pop-up shop for Honest Beauty, and it was the cutest store I've ever seen. You walked in and they had all these different pictures. It's Jessica Alba's line, and you can find it at some Ultas. They had different pictures of Jessica Alba with these beautiful makeup looks, and then laid out, they had all the products that went into it. So I was able to swatch everything. It was so fun. And they had something brand new that just released last week. It's their new contour and highlighting palette, and it looks a little bit dark, but it's the only shade that it came in. I haven't used it yet, but I will swatch it for you guys so you can see. But I'm excited to test it out, so I'll be able to review it for you guys. And I did end up, kind of got talked into doing a bundle, which is not a bad thing because I'm really excited about one of the things I got. They also launched this buffing brush, which she said works great with their cream foundation, which I haven't tried, and their BB cream, which I have. So I'll be using that. And then the last thing I got is this Truly Warm Sable Brown eyeshadow trio. I already have one of these in Heather Mauve, but I think I like this one even better. It is so nice. I'm wearing it today with one of the Gressa eye tints. I have the eye tint all over my lid, the medium brown in my crease, the cream is my highlight, and then the deepest brown is my liner. And it just creates a really nice, natural, everyday look. But that is all for everything I bought in LA. I hope you enjoyed seeing my haul and hearing some of my highlights. I really did have the best time, but it feels good to be home and sitting down talking with you all. Leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to respond to you guys because I missed chatting with you. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with a new video very soon.